I love this man with my entire heart. Oh my god, I am so freaking tired. I don't even know how many hours we're into the readathon now. Hey y'all, my name's Merritt. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a 24-hour readathon reading vlog. So I am so excited, but also very nervous. So I'm actually starting this readathon tomorrow. It is currently December 2nd, and I wanted to go ahead and film this intro clip so that I do not waste any time tomorrow that I could be spending reading on vlogging. And also, I'm wearing makeup right now, and I thought it would be best to start this video off not looking terrifying, so you're welcome. So I'm just gonna talk you guys through what I'm going to be hopefully reading in the next 24 hours that you guys are going to be watching. And I'm very nervous because I have a hefty stack here, but I honestly don't know how many books are like acceptable for a 24-hour readathon. We're just gonna go big or go home. Am I right, ladies? We're gonna go big, hopefully not home. And without further ado, here's my TBR for this vlog. You guys are gonna be so proud of me because I'm actually trying to get through my end of year TBR. So all of these books on this list are books that I said I needed to get to in my end of the year book tag. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about the book that I'm currently reading, which is Scythe. Can you guys believe it? Can you believe that I picked this book up and I've started reading it with my eyeballs? Because I cannot. I am currently 212 pages into this book. So I am planning on reading some tonight. I might get to like page 300 and hopefully I'll be able to finish this tomorrow. And then, guys, you can stop yelling at me. You can stop yelling at me because guess what I'm gonna do tomorrow? Guess what? I'm gonna read Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I need like cue clapping right now and cheering and kids screaming yay, because like I know you guys are so freaking tired of me saying, I'm gonna read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I'm gonna read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Please yell at me to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This is a book that I've committed to reading by the end of the year, so hopefully this happens. If I don't read this by the end of the year, literally cancel me. Like, tell me to read this. I am taking accountability here, you guys, and I am going to finally read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I can't believe it. I am so excited. Also, I realized that I didn't tell you guys book summaries for any of these. You're welcome. I will tell you guys when I actually read them. I feel like that's a fair compromise. And then the third book that I'm hoping to get to is Britt Murray Was Here by Frederick Bachman, because I said that I was going to read his entire backlist by the end of the year. So hopefully I'm not a liar and hopefully I can get that done and read this book. I feel like I should pick one more book. So I think that if I do end up picking up another book, it will be The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan, because I do actually need to read this for the Percy Jackson read-along, but I feel like I could still vlog about it and make it interesting because I'm not doing a specific video for this. So yeah, there we go. This is our TBR for now. I don't know if this is ambitious. I don't know if this isn't enough. I don't know how people read for 24 hours straight, but we're gonna try it. I am going to be sleeping, just so we are clear here. I need sleep to function, so we are going to be doing that. But I'll check in with you guys tomorrow when this readathon actually starts. I'm also doing this with Reagan from Ray Ray Reads, Naima from Naima's Reads, Claire from Unclearly Claire, and Laura from Laura's Library Card. So I will link all their channels down below so you can go check them out. They're all wonderful, wonderful people. And yeah, I'm so excited. Let's just get this party started. I'll talk to you guys when the clock starts. Bye. Hey guys, so it is officially the day of the 24-hour readathon. It is about 45 minutes from starting, and so I just wanted to update you guys and say that I am a huge liar. I did not read any of Scythe last night, so I just wanted to tell you guys what page I'm on. I am on page 212, so my first priority for this readathon is to finish Scythe, and then I think I'm going to jump into Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I am just so excited for all the YA fantasy, the YA dystopian. I am about halfway, and I have not felt how I felt reading a book since Divergent. Like, this book is making me feel all the YA dystopian feelings, and I am loving it. I cannot believe that I have not read this book until now. I have no words for how good this is. Like, I definitely think this is going to be a 5-star read for me. It might get a 4 depending on the ending, but I am just so freaking stoked that I finally picked this book up because I am loving it. So Scythe follows this dystopian society, sort of. It's not really a dystopian, it's more of like a utopia if you want to think of it in that terms. But It's about this society in the future where death has been eradicated. So people don't die of natural causes anymore. Basically, if someone does die, they have ways to bring them back to life. And so every single death that happens in this society is done by Scythes. Scythes are people that go after like people for random purposes. So because like 0.1% of people die in this way, Scythes are going to choose people based on that. And so that is how they're keeping the human population under control, is that they have these Scythes that go and kill off these people because they won't die naturally. And it is just such an interesting concept and something that is kind of terrifying to think about. Like, death has been eradicated and now there's these people that can just come into your home and kill you whenever they want to. And I haven't read anything like this before, but it still has all those YA dystopian vibes that I am just loving. So definitely into this one. I am so excited to finish it, and I think that the next time I talk to you guys, I will probably have finished this book because I'm actually about to go work for 2 hours, but I can read when I'm working. I just have to sit at the front desk, and so while I'm there, I can just read my book and hopefully finish it, and I will tell you guys what I think of it then. I just wanted to start this vlog because, like I said, I'm going to be at the front desk and I won't be able to talk to you guys for the first 2 hours of this readathon. After that, I will have reading sprints tonight with MG, Reagan, Naima, and Morgan, and I'm so freaking excited because it's just gonna be a blast. I love all these girls, and we're just gonna have a really fun time. Hopefully I'll get lots of reading done. I am just so freaking excited. I hope you guys are excited about this readathon. I am nervous because I do not think that I can handle physically reading for 24 hours. Like, I'm gonna get so mentally exhausted and mentally drained. But I need to get through my 2020 TBR some way or another, and the only way I'm gonna get through it is if I lose sleep. And if I keep trying to push myself and read all these books, I don't wanna get into a reading slump, so I'm not gonna like force myself to read, but I'm going to try and limit social media. I'm going to try and do as much as I can to set myself up for success. Let's just read. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit once I've made some progress on Scythe. So it is now 5:45, almost 3 hours into the 24-hour readathon, and I have officially finished my first book, Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know if I can say anything that hasn't already been said about this book, but it definitely lives up to the hype. I was so worried because of how much people love this book and rave about this book that I wouldn't enjoy it, but I am pleased to announce that this is getting a glowing 5 stars from me. I just loved the discussion of how would society work if everything that was problematic about it was eradicated. Government was eradicated, death was eradicated. People are just healthy and nothing can really end humanity except for people who are destined to end humanity. And it was just such an interesting discussion that I loved reading about, and how there's still corruption or morality even in a perfect system. And I loved this book, and I absolutely loved Citra and Rowan. Rowan? Can we just give a minute to Rowan? Like a minute of silence for him, because I love this man with my entire heart. And I don't think I've had such passion towards like a book boyfriend in a long time, but oh my god, Rowan is the most precious, and he deserves to be protected at all costs because I'm obsessed with him, and I just love his decision making and his thinking, and he has a beautiful brain, and I am here for it. And I am just so excited to continue this series. I know that supposedly the rest of the books aren't as good as this first one, but what I really did enjoy about this was the world, so I am excited to still continue to read about it. And there was just so many plot twists and devices that I wasn't expecting. Like, I was so shocked by so many things that happened in this book. I was literally gasping when certain things were revealed, and it just continued to deliver on those plot twists. So it read really, really quickly. It was super action-packed, and I just loved all the characters. I loved learning about Thunderhead, which is sort of like the cloud. It's so interesting, and I don't typically reach for science fiction or dystopian. That was something that I read a lot in middle school, and honestly, I kind of want to read more of it now because I felt the pure serotonin that I felt when I read Divergent for the first time and when I read The Hunger Games, and I just felt how I felt when I was in middle school, which is just such a rare feeling for me because in middle school, I would constantly be reading books and I would just always be looking for my next read that I would really be consumed by, and this just felt like that to me. So if you're looking for something that is kind of gonna feel nostalgic, but also new to you at the same time, I think Scythe is the perfect book for that. And I know that's a very specific recommendation, but that's how I felt reading this book. And I love this book so, so much. 5 out of 5 stars. I need a minute to just kind of process this book, so what I think I'm going to do is edit this video as I am going, just give myself a little bit of time to really think about this book before I move on. And then I'm going to be reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Yes, you guys, it is happening. I am stoked about this. I don't know what this is about, but I absolutely love Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I just know that she has absolutely stunning prose, so I'm excited to see what she has to offer with this book. So I'll give you guys an update in just a little bit with a book summary once I know more about this story. Okay, so I know that I said I will talk to you guys after I start Daughter of Smoke and Bone, but I figured now would be a good time to throw in a little B-roll flavor here. So I just showered, as you can see by my wet hair and my change of clothes. You're welcome, I showered. I'm going to be making some tea, show you guys some artsy little clips, and then I'll throw in a little dash of the reading sprints montage, and we're gonna make this vlog more than just me talking because no one wants that. Cue the next scene. So it is now 10 p.m. I believe that this is hour 6 or 7 of the readathon. I think it just started the 7th hour. I can't do math. I'm sorry about it. But I am now halfway through Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I am feeling disappointed because I guess I had high expectations for this because of how much I enjoyed Strange the Dreamer and how much I like Laini Taylor's writing. But I am not really enjoying this. I am just trying to breeze through it at this point because I just don't care about it. I think that the romance that this book is supposed to be about just got introduced. Like, I thought that this was a fantasy romance, and honestly, there's not much romance and there's not really that many fantasy elements. Like, there are elements of fantasy, but I don't feel connected to this world because I don't feel like it was properly built. I'm not really enjoying it. I don't care about anyone. I don't really care about the plot. There's not really a romance that I'm rooting for, at least not yet. And so I'm disappointed, and I just want to get this book done. I actually might switch to The Battle of the Labyrinth instead because I feel like that's a book that will suck me in and, if anything, just keep me awake, because Daughter of Smoke and Bone is kind of just putting me to sleep. But also I really, really just want to finish it and be done with it. But also I'm really upset because I have the second book and I don't think at this point I want to pick up the sequel, which is just really disappointing. So I am gonna go finish it. I'll tell you guys a summary when I've actually finished the book, because right now I feel like I would struggle to explain it without the context of spoilers, because there's not really that much that has happened that I feel like isn't a spoiler, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try my best to read some more of Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and then I'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. I'm tired, pray for me. Hey guys, so it is almost midnight where I'm at, and I have officially finished my second book for this readathon, Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And essentially just a quick summary of this book. It follows a young girl who is kind of like an apprentice? What did I just say? Can you tell that the sleep delirium is getting to me? I am super delirious. But it's about a young girl who kind of serves as this apprentice. I did it again. It's about a girl who is an apprentice. Oh my god, I am so freaking tired. It's about a girl who does these magical-esque tasks, and she one day finds that there are handprints on these doors to this place called Elsewhere, I believe. And it really wasn't about that. Like, I don't even know how to describe the summary to you because I feel like the plot was all over the place. I am extremely disappointed in this book, and I think that I'm going to give it 2 stars. I wanted to like this book, and it's not that I actively hate it, but I did not really enjoy my time reading it. I was wanting it to be over the entire time. I skimmed a lot of it, if I'm honest with myself. And I just didn't care for the characters. I didn't care for the world. I didn't care for anything about this. So this is going to be on hold, and I am not continuing with the second book, needless to say. I'm very disappointed because I do consider myself a Laini Taylor fan. I really do love her writing. I don't think that the writing was strong enough in this book as a standalone to kind of justify my rating as a whole, because while I did really enjoy the writing and I think that it is a strong point in this book, I don't think that excuses it for everything that it was lacking. I just could never visually see the world that we were in. I never felt that the world was built in an eloquent way. I just couldn't picture anything, and that really affected my overall enjoyment of the story. There was also a really weird shift like 2/3 into the novel, and I was not here for it. I was super confused and I didn't know what the heck was happening. And the plot twist that was being alluded to the entire time just wasn't satisfactory to me as a reader, because I feel like it was really random and that there was no build up to it, except for the fact that there was like, oh, there's this plot twist coming, you guys aren't going to see it coming. Well, I didn't see it coming because it wasn't laid out correctly, in my opinion. So I didn't hate this book. I think that the writing is really pretty. I think that if you're a Laini Taylor fan, you should still give this book a try. Did I enjoy it? No. Am I going to be continuing the series? No. I am going to give it a 2-star, slap a 2-star on it, call it a day, and move on. Now, as I said, it is midnight, about to be hour 8 of the readathon. I have read about 600 pages, I want to say, and I am going to keep moving forward tonight and start the Battle of the Labyrinth. I think that I'm probably just going to get a few chapters into this one before I call it a night, but I am still feeling pretty good. I'm still feeling ready to read, so hopefully I can get started with this one, get a good chunk in, and update you guys when I've actually made some progress on it. So I'm gonna go read, and I'll talk to y'all in just a second. Hey guys, it is like 2 a.m. I think. I don't even know how many hours we're into the readathon now, but I have started my 3rd book, which is The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan. This is the 4th book in the Percy Jackson series, so if you don't know what Percy Jackson is about, it follows a young boy, and his name is Percy Jackson. And Percy finds out that he's a half-god, half-human, and he goes to a camp called Camp Half-Blood, and then he goes on a quest, and it's really adventurous, really fun. I am rereading the series for the Percy Jackson read-along, and I've said that like in 80 billion videos of mine, so I'm so sorry. We're almost done. We're almost done with this read-along. And I am really enjoying this book so far. I actually think it might be my favorite that I've read so far out of all the books, and I want to continue reading it tonight, but I am so freaking tired, and so I need to go to bed because I am doing some reading sprints tomorrow at noon with Reagan for the yellow team for the Disney Channel Games readathon. And so I'm going to try and wake up at like 11, and then I'll try and finish the Battle of the Labyrinth or make a good dent before the reading sprint, and then we're going to read together. I am so delirious. I'm so tired, can you tell? I literally don't make any sense. I'm so sorry. This 24-hour readathon vlog will probably be extremely chaotic because I am extremely tired. And so I just wanted to say that I started this book. I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is now almost 12 p.m., so it's not really morning, but it's morning for me because I woke up about an hour ago. I've made a coffee and I've been reading The Battle of the Labyrinth. I am on page 134, and so I just wanted to check in with you guys really quickly because I'm actually about to hop on some more reading sprints with Reagan because we are doing some sprints for the yellow team for the Disney Channel Games readathon. I don't think that I'll be able to give you guys a 50% update, but I also don't really want to with this one because it's a 4th book in a series, and I feel like if I'm this far into the series, my opinions aren't going to change much from the 50% to the 100% mark. But I will just say that I am really enjoying my time in this book. I love Percy and Annabeth, and we're finally getting some more screen time between the two of them, and I'm just so excited to see where it's gonna go. So loving this, loving my time reading it. I still think that it has the potential to be my favorite out of the 4 that I've read so far, and now I'm going to go get ready for the reading sprints and make more coffee because I need caffeine if I'm gonna make it through these last few hours. So it is about 5 p.m., a few hours after this 24-hour readathon has officially ended. I actually recorded this clip earlier and apparently it didn't save. Love that for me. So we're gonna fake it like this hasn't happened before, okay? So let's just quickly recap my last book that I read. I read The Battle of the Labyrinth and I finished it right before 3 p.m. I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. I think that this one is my favorite out of the Percy Jackson series that I've read so far. I don't think that The Last Olympian can top it. I think that this book is just the perfect blend between plot and character development and also progressing the story forward without feeling like it's not able to stand on its own. I think that a lot of sequels serve just to serve the purpose of pushing the plot forward, and this one does do that, but it also feels like its own individual novel, which I loved. It didn't just feel like it was setting up for the final book, which it is, but it just felt like so much more than that, which I absolutely loved. There was also some more Grover content in here. He's a character that I adore, so I loved reading more about him. I loved seeing Percy and Annabeth interact in this book, and I don't want to go too much more into it in my thoughts because it would get spoilery just because this is the 4th book in a series, but I will just say it is fantastic. I can't wait to talk about this for the Percy Jackson read-along. Now, kind of recapping my experience as a whole for these past 24 hours, I actually read 1,002 pages. I read half of Scythe and then I started and finished both Daughters of Micklebone and The Battle of the Labyrinth. So this was a pretty successful 24 hours, I will say. I did not get to the last book on my TBR, but Marie was here. I was planning to start it, but I just did 2 different live shows and we got kind of carried away talking and I didn't want to force myself to read when I wasn't on the live shows. So I just didn't get to this one, but I am still hoping to squeeze this one in before 2021 ends. I might do another 24-hour readathon because I really enjoyed this experience, and if I do, I will probably prioritize this book. So I would say overall, this experience was not too bad. I got a lot done, over 1,000 pages, and I wasn't reading every single hour of this readathon. I did sleep, I did talk to my friends, and I did get a little bit distracted, but I really tried to push away social media and just focus on the books that I wanted to read. And I am proud to say that I got a lot done. I am so happy because the 3 books that I read were all on my end of year TBR, and I'm really trying to knock that out. So I am just super happy that I did this. I'm super happy that I did this with a wonderful group of ladies, and I just can't wait to do it again. So that is all for this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't yet. I post book-related content twice a week. I also have my Instagram, Twitter, and my Amazon wishlist all down in the description below if you're interested in checking those out. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye!